Before Arena 23, the Jacobson family owned a Sky Zone in California, and during the pandemic, the business was forced to close down. Casey took that time to reflect to see if this brand new idea was it an idea worth taking a shot and pursuing. Delaney Schnell had a decorated college career. She was a three-time Pac-12 Diver of the Year and national champion in platform diving. She gives a lot of credit for her success to her former college head coach since her sophomore year, Coach Dwight Dumais, who is also currently the Team USA assistant coach for diving. It was a relationship that developed over time. The heart of downtown Phoenix has been right here at FanFest in the Phoenix Convention Center, where fans and tourists have come together just to enjoy this incredible week. This is the second full season of the Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal Big Three. And with financial questions looming and Kevin Durant entering his age 36 season, there's a lot of pressure for this Phoenix Suns team to win it all this year. In Phoenix, Wilder Adams, Cronkite News. The Cardinals host the Los Angeles Chargers tonight on Monday Night Football. Despite taking a big loss last week against the Packers, the Cardinals remain in the hunt for the NFC West title. With a win tonight, the Cardinals can move to a game behind the Seahawks for the division's top spot. History shows Monday Night Football has not treated the Cardinals well. Arizona is well below the 500 mark all time on Mondays, and their last loss may have been the worst of them all. Back in 2022, Monday Night Football turned into Monday Nightmare Football for the Cards as Kyler Murray tore his ACL on the third play of the game and missed nearly a full year. The Cards will look to rewrite their Monday Night Football history tonight. ASU women's volleyball continued their dominant run in Boulder last Saturday. The team clinched at least a share of the Big 12 championship with their win against Colorado and extended their win streak to 16. The Sun Devils notched their 16th straight win, which is the second longest streak in program history. The team is continuing their dominant run with 28 wins and 2 losses on the season. This is the first conference title game for the program in team history. It is also the first Big 12 conference championship game for an ASU team. Nearly 15,000 people entered a sold-out McHale Center last Friday night when Duke visited University of Arizona for the first time in 33 years. Our Cronkite News reporter Stella Tai has more on the matchup between two of the college basketball's top programs. The bye week couldn't have come at a better time for ASU football, bringing new energy to the team following their first loss of the season to conference opponent Texas Tech. The Sun Devils held a practice this morning trying to fix some of the costly and uncharacteristic mistakes they made against the Red Raiders. ASU was playing catch-up in that game, but the mistakes were too much to overcome. Coach Dillingham's focus this week is getting back to what brought them early success. Meanwhile, it was a full circle moment for former ASU quarterback Jaden Daniels, who is not only back in the desert this week, but he was back at the ASU practice facility in Tempe today. Daniels and the Washington Commanders are set to play the Arizona Cardinals this Sunday, and they practice at ASU this afternoon. Hard to believe Daniels will become the #2 overall pick in the NFL draft during his days as a Sun Devil. Bonjour, ladies and gentlemen. This is Wilder Adams of Cronkite News, and today I am in Paris, France, where the 2024 Olympics are going to occur. And today I'm going to show you around the city and show you how the city is preparing for the global event. This is the third ever Summer Olympics here in Paris, France, and 100 years after the previous one, we're about to see even more history. I'm at the River Seine, where the first ever non-stadium Olympic ceremony is going to occur. In a few months from now, we're going to see over 10,500 Olympians on boats representing their nations. It is going to be an extraordinary sight to see.
Basically, we're going to have the opening ceremony will be like 20 minutes walk from here. I won't even be able to see it because you need to have an invitation.
I am at the doorstep of one of the biggest artistic monuments on the planet that's going to have its own stadium right here, the Eiffel Tower Stadium. In less than 150 days, it's going to host its own beach volleyball as well as Paralympic football right here in the heart of Paris. Over 4 million people every single day use these Paris metros, and with over 15 million visitors expected to come to the Olympics, expect this place to get a little bit crowded.
They have said for the Parisians and people working in Paris, try to work remotely, avoid the public transportation, because the public transportation is good for the size of Paris today. This is something also that's a bit of a problem. I mean, you're a Parisian. You want to be able to participate.
We organize ourselves to have more staff and a lot of activities because it's going to be fun, it's going to be cool, it's going to be a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely. And lastly, what's your favorite thing you order here?
Well, my specialty is truffle oil pizza. I think you tried it. So, and it's named the Rico. It's with truffle oil and mozzarella bufala and ham. It's awesome.
And so you guys are tourists from the UK. So from a tourist perspective, how excited are you guys for the Olympics?
Really excited. We thought we'd come pre-Olympics and then we're going to come back again and see it all when it's all happening. Much more in the city, isn't it? It's much more in the environment. Everything's really exciting. You know, you can leave it and then go to a cafe in 2 seconds, can't you?
So that does it for our tour around Paris today. Once again, I am Wilder Adams of Cronkite News. I will be here during the Olympics, so stay tuned for content. But until then, bonsoir. The sights and sounds of the college basketball season are upon us.
Come on, baby! Let's go!
Friday night, GCU men's and women's basketball held its annual Midnight Madness event. Students started lining up outside Global Credit Union Arena last Monday, and when the doors opened, they were ready for the late night experience.
I've been hearing about this event for like 3 years now, and it's just the most hyped up thing ever, and I have such high expectations.
Optimism is high, with both the men's and women's teams coming off of winning seasons, with the men coming off of back-to-back trips to the NCAA tournament. Fans utilized their high hopes to further fuel the event.
We have all the hype of the biggest party in college basketball, the GCU Havocs coming in, but then we also have an incredible basketball team coming off a run in March Madness, so it's just going to be a super awesome atmosphere tonight.
Students were dressed in Vegas-themed costumes, recognizing GCU's final season in the Western Athletic Conference, and final visit to Sin City for the conference's postseason tournament, before moving on to the West Coast Conference starting in the 2025-26 season.
Every year they just keep topping Midnight Madness, and I just thought the crowd engagement was so special this year. Obviously this is our last year in the WAC, so kind of a nod to WAC Vegas.
With the long off season in which the players are constantly grinding without the cameras on, GCU Midnight Madness is a way for the players to come back and get the energy going into the season.
We've been practicing since June, so June, July, August, September, October. We do this with no fans. Nice to see like our fan base, and it really gives us some excitement and momentum leading into our games.
The season openers for both the men's and women's are on November 4th. In Phoenix, Wilder Adams. Cronkite News.
America's Golden Boys. Let's get
They
it.
are
Number
like
one.
the two best players here.
Suns fans Kerry Honene, John Damasco, and Matt Hosek flew thousands of miles from Tucson to France to watch Kevin Durant and Devin Booker play for Team USA.
It's always nice for them to representing the NBA, but besides that, representing Arizona. Booker has always been like the top dog ever since finals, and Kevin Durant, there's nothing else better. So
the Lakers and Celtics are the only other organizations with multiple Team USA players this year. And with 2 Sun stars on the squad, Phoenix native Steve Ho couldn't resist making the trip.
It's crazy. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I never thought I would be here doing this.
Anywhere you go in France, whether that's in Paris or Lille, you can see Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Phoenix Suns jerseys all over the place. And we should give those 2 stars a lot of credit for the global brand they are helping the Phoenix Suns build.
KD is one of my favorite basketballer since he started with the Seattle Supersonics. I really like the style of Devin Booker, his spirit on the ground, how he plays.
The silky smooth style Durant and Booker bring to the court draws fans from all over the world to the television screen. French native Axel Grégoire grew up watching the Phoenix Suns on television despite the 8 to 9 hour time difference from Arizona. Seeing his favorite players in person has been a dream come true.
It's an accomplishment, so it's near to me, so it's very nice, and to the TV and here at Lille it's particular.
In Lille, Wilder Adams, Cronkite News. The NBA is cooked after the LeBron and Steph era. If that's the case, man, we need a new commissioner. We need a new marketing team in the NBA because there's so much entertaining young talent that if you can't channel these guys into being entertaining, that's the NBA's fault. The NBA has never been this talented. You have Hall of Famers, all-time greats in their late 30s still. They're killing it. Like Nikola Jokic might be one of the 5 best players to ever live. You have 3 really talented eras all at once. So the fact that the NBA right now is dropping in ratings is an absolute disgust of reality. The NFL does a great job juicing the Josh Allen hype, Lamar Jackson hype, Joe Burrow. They do a great job marketing dudes who haven't done it yet. The NBA, it's like LeBron and Steph. You have to wait for them to be a dynasty for them to be marketed. Why is it that every time draft season comes up, people have to only listen to The Ringer or maybe one day us and just say, okay, I don't know who the heck any of these guys are. Most people gain connections based on what they're being presented on social media, and the NBA is supposed to be the greatest social media outlet of all the sports in the country, but they really haven't been lately because we don't know any of these guys because the NBA hasn't marketed the young players well. We have one of the greatest players of all time right now dropping 50, 18, and 11 every game now. This is one of the 5 greatest players to ever live, everybody. You have to promote that. Whether it's true, whether it's not true. That's how you have to position it. The NFL is doing it with Josh Allen. You can do the same thing with Giannis. Look what's building in OKC. Look what's building in Minnesota. While still LeBron and Steph Curry are still cooking. The NBA has such a prominent opportunity to market guys, regardless of who makes the NBA Finals, regardless of the quote-unquote villain arc. The NBA can make those narratives. The fact that when a player stares somebody down and now you have a technical foul for staring somebody down, the storylines, the competitive juice, presentation of these athletes coming into the league, it's all just whack off right now. And if the NBA doesn't fix that, there needs to be major changes because they have no excuse.
Amen Thompson has a chance to be the next Giannis Antetokounmpo. To be a superstar in the NBA, you need superpowers, and Amen Thompson has super duper powers. We are talking about a top 3 athlete in the entire NBA. 6'7", insane explosion, acceleration, frame. He has it all physically. In his second season, he might make first team all defense. With that playmaking, with that transition ability, he has an insane foundation. He came into the NBA as a project. That's why he didn't go number 2 overall behind Victor Wembanyama. But fast forward into his second season, he is already arguably a top 50 player on a number 2 seed. And as a starter in his last 9 games, nearly 19 points per game, 11 plus rebounds, 4 plus assists, elite defense. He walks into Boston, drops 33 in a game winner against the reigning NBA champions. Plays the game before, 23-point triple-double. The reason why I say this could be the next Giannis Antetokounmpo, he comes into the NBA. Raw, but insane tools and an incredible it factor and willingness to get better. This is a guy who I believe could grow exponentially over the years. He is already ahead of schedule, and the Houston Rockets, they've been looking for that superstar ever since James Harden left. But now they need to make every decision about this rebuild going forward about Amen Thompson because he has a chance to be a superstar.